Now, before we start editing, let's get into some important aspects. First, hardware requirements. Honestly, any modern computer will be able to do everything we will cover in this course. The faster your computer is, the faster and smoother you will be able to edit. If you don't have a fast computer, don't worry, I'll show you how to maximize the speed of the computer that you have. The only downside of a slow computer is that it will take longer to do things. I currently work on a MacBook with an M chip. It is a fast computer, but sometimes even it lags. Before that, I used to work on PC. It had a GeForce 1700 graphics card. Nowadays, it's not super fast, but still workable. And before that, I used to work on a laptop, which is even slower, but still doable. It's just, it would take a bit more time and it wasn't as smooth. The next important aspect is software installation. If you already have Premiere Pro and After Effects, just skip to this time. If not, stay here. What do you need to do is you need to search for Adobe or just go to adobe.com, press on buy here, buy now. Whether you are an individual, a business or a student, they have different offers. So for students, they offer everything for $20 per month, which is indeed a great offer. However, I think you have to verify it with your student email. For business, it's a bit more expensive. Since most of you are individuals, this is what we need to focus on. So you have two options. You either can get all the apps, so that's Photoshop, that's Premiere Pro, that's Illustrator, After Effects, every single app that Adobe has. You can get it for $60, or you can get it a bit cheaper for $46 if you buy Premiere Pro and After Effects separately. It really depends on your situation if you are planning to learn or work in other apps. So depending on your situation, choose whatever works best for you, then just literally select, go through the whole process. Adobe made it as simple as possible to install the apps, and after that you'll be able to use it. Now, there are some free and ethical ways to download these apps for free. If you are on a budget, you can search how to do it yourself. I'm just letting you know because I've been in your situation. I didn't have money for food, and I'm not even talking about apps that cost $60 per month or $46 per month. So I've been in your situation. This is something that can be done, but that's on you. Now, another important aspect is monitor calibration. The way you do it is you search for a color palette. You open the same color palette on your phone and then you compare how the colors look. It should look like it is on your phone because most people, over 60% I believe, watch content on their phones, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everything. Just go in the settings of your monitor, tweak, play with those settings, and try to make it look like it is on your phone. Here are my thoughts on monitor calibration. It is an important aspect, but it's not as important as people think it is. First of all, different phones have different color palettes. So if you like how the video looks on one device, it might look different on other device. Secondly, people perceive the colors differently. There are some moments when it is super important and you want it to be like super precise. And in that case, yes, you need to calibrate your monitor to be exactly the same. What I've done when I got this Mac, I didn't do anything. I literally had no calibration. Clients love the way I do color grading. I love it myself. Everything's great. But when I worked on PC and I had a separate monitor, that thing I needed to calibrate because it was drastically different. So the next thing is optimizing your workspace. What I have for video editing is a laptop, as you can see. There is a mouse to the right of the laptop, have a big mat, headphones, charger for the laptop, and that's it. It looks a bit messy because I'm recording this course, but usually it's just the mat, computer, mouse, headphones, and that's it. In other words, it doesn't have to be crazy. I literally have 5 things to work as a full-time editor. And by the way, I also have this storage here. So the way I work is I always have a little bit of free storage on my laptop to work on every project from the storage of the laptop. And whenever I finish a project, I either delete all the files or I move them to that hard drive. It's great to have a hard drive, but it's not necessary. I literally work here most of the time. And after I finish with the project, I just delete all the files and I have free storage back again. I hope this video was valuable. Now there are some tasks for you to do. Download the software, optimize your workspace, try to remove as many distractions as possible. It saves your brain energy and it's easier to work. If you don't have a storage, don't worry about that. Calibrate your monitor. If you have any questions, please let me know. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video.